Supervisor Murray. Here. Councilmember Smith. Here. Councilmember Suka.
Here.
Councilmember Keeper.
Here.
And Councilmember Hilton.
Here.
At this time, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing. Heavenly Father, watch over us tonight as we conduct the meeting of the town of Fremont, in hopes that all the decisions that we make will be for all the people of the town. Watch over our troops that are in harm's way and bring them home as safely as soon as possible. Amen.
Alright, to start, we'll go over old business. We have a correction to the January 9th, 2024 minutes. The Office of State Comptroller was added in the amount of $1,600. So the new total for the general abstract is $6,698.96.
I'll make a motion to correct abstract number 1.
Second.
Roll call?
Hilton.
Aye.
Suka.
Aye.
Smith.
Aye.
Keeper.
Aye.
Murray.
Aye.
5 ayes, 0 nay, 0 abstain.
Were there any other changes to the minutes from January 9th? Do I hear a motion to approve the minutes?
As they stand approved as read and written.
A second.
Roll call?
Murray.
Aye.
Smith.
Aye.
Suka. Keeper.
Aye.
And Hilton.
Aye.
5 ayes, 0 nay, 0 abstain.
At this time, we'll go over the reports. Justice Seaman just started, I think today was her first
Yeah.
court, so she does not have a report. So we'll skip on to the assessor, Holly Small. This past month has been busy processing exemptions, and I will continue to do so through March 1st. Taxable status date, as well as continuing to process monthly transfers, escrows, and other miscellaneous administrative duties. I will be sending second requests out on February 21st for exemption renewals that have not been received as of this date. I have been working the past week reviewing the PDC number, pre-decisional collaboration, to establish our equalization rate for the 2024 tax roll. January 17th, I attended our monthly Assessor Association meeting. January 29th, I attended a webinar given by the New York State Assessors Association on the assessor's largest taxpayer may be 200 feet overhead, cell towers. I am continuing to do field review on all open building permits as well as verifying recent sales. Once again, if there are any questions or comments, please feel free to contact me, Holly Small.
Could you repeat that part on the cell phone towers?
Do you have the report, Jake?
Yeah.
Do you need it reread?
No.
Okay. So then, if you flip that forward, Mary, it'll be the next report I'm reading as a dog control. So next up is the dog control report. Charles Cagle was supposed to come here tonight. He went to another meeting, so he'll be a little later. So he was bringing his report. So we'll skip ahead to the dog control report. 111, large dog on Dennis Road, brown black shepherd mix. In road reported by Amazon driver, not located. 127, dog barking complaint. Chihuahua, brown, tied out, barking, Cream Hill Road next to church. Owner visiting, tied out. And then one warning given for barking law. Tom, you wanna go ahead with your report?
Sure, yeah. I'm still waiting on Jeff Parker from Soil and Water for the 284. I did call him since the last meeting and left a message. He hadn't gotten back with me. 1 ton's been down for about a month. It's got some type of a computer problem. Wilbrides couldn't get it to reset. They sent it to Simmons and Rockwell. And I did call Sam from Baldwin's today about looking into a credit card. She said it's First National Bank out of Omaha, that's basically what all the towns go with, so I said I'd mention it here tonight, and if you needed any more information, you could get with her on that. So we're basically, any place we can grade roads, we're doing that, cutting brush. I guess that's pretty much it for right now. No news on the 10-wheeler. Wilbrides have it done, they're just waiting for Beam Mac out of Horseheads to come and pick it up. And then they've got inspected, but we're having a little issue with the on-spot, which are the chains that come down in the back. Everything was supposed to be the same as the 20, and they've changed it. There's a shock in front there, so we're waiting to, I guess on-spot is gonna design a bracket. And I just spoke to the guy, said, well, I'm sure the town's not gonna make the final payment until, you know, that's up and ready. So I'm waiting to hear back from them on that too, so. So that's it at this time.
Chuck, you're on just in time for your report.
Oh, really? Sorry I'm late. Roads are wicked.
Do you want to read your report, or do you want me to?
You want it read, or you want to look over and see if you have any questions, or I think there's 6 or 7 copies there. I don't have a copy, so I'm unable to read it, but I can tell you what's on there, probably.
Do you want a copy of it?
Yeah.
It might be best for you to explain it all.
So I'm a beginner at this, okay? No, I'm not. So I have to do my in-service training every year. I have to have 24 hours in-service training, which I'm doing right now, and I'm doing it during via webinars and classes in Bath at no cost to the town. So that'll save that expense. Issued 2 building permits thus far this year, and all permits and applications will be kept at the town clerk's office at all times, so they're here if anybody needs to pick up a copy, or there's always 2 copies. The assessor gets a copy and the town clerk gets a copy, so that's there for if they need it. I did do a couple of fire safety inspections on the salt barn and the storage barn on Route 21, and then the town barns, and then I did the inspection on this building, and I got to reach out to that contact number you gave me to send an appointment up to do the fire hall, to get those all done for. 30-day notice was issued to the property on the corner of 21 and 55. It was served in the presence of the New York State Troopers based out of Wayland. Let's see. I hope the board would understand that I'll make every effort possible to get compliance and respond to all complaints, but I hope the board understands that this office needs to concentrate on one case at a time, and at the same time send other notices and start another violation within the town, so that we don't get piggybacked with 2 violations in the court at the same time. If it gets to that point, maybe it happens. I've done that before. It's not an issue, but I don't want to download the court with a bunch of court cases all at one time. So, because there'd probably be a little more involved than some. 8112. I did stop by there, and I seen somebody there. I did stop. I tried to. I knocked on the door, tried to get in, not entry, but I tried to get the guy to answer the door, and nobody answered. So notices together for the owner, Mr. Fitzgerald, who's in a home, and notices together for the daughter, who is the power of attorney for that property, and they should both be served by the end of this week. I did get those together last week, so those ones I'm working on as well. The Big Creek properties, that's a Big Creek property problem. So I did some investigation on the properties, on real property with the county. One of them is owned by Harold and Jeffrey Loper, and the other one is owned by Jason Loper, according to real property at the county. So I'm just gonna have to deal with them at this point, and I don't know if Jason's out of jail yet. I'd probably have to serve him. It'd probably be served in jail, but I don't know what he's gonna be able to do. I double checked the real property offices, and they are owned by, the Lopers for those two locations. I spoke to the owner about the burn structure on Route 21 on, that intersection. Can't remember the road that burned down a couple years ago, and the remains are left there. He's gonna make an effort to get that cleaned up. He's gonna burn the wood that he can burn there, but he bought that from his son who was gonna live there, but that didn't happen, so he's gonna get it cleaned up for his little spot for if he brings his camper up there on a weekend or whatever. He's got the pond and all that stuff, so he can enjoy the weekend. So he's gonna make an effort to get that cleaned up, and I will monitor that and make sure it gets cleaned up. Other than that, does the board have any questions?
How was the inspections here at the town hall?
The only thing I think I brought up would be the dates on the fire extinguishers, correct?
Yep, it's all taken
Yep.
care of, all up.
That was it on on here. At the town barns, highway department over here, the only thing I found there was an exhaust pipe that was rusted for a vent going out of the back of the furnace going out.
Okay.
You can see where it's rusted at the joints and it should be replaced. I mean, other than that, everything went well.
Wasn't the panel box too?
I checked the panel box, yes.
Yeah.
The panel box is a Federal Pacific. They are outdated. They should be changed. I'm not saying you need to change it, but it would be a good idea to change it for maybe insurance purposes, because they are illegal in New York State. I'm not saying that the existing ones aren't legal yet, but I do know they are illegal in New York State. And according to insurance companies, if those are installed, then they would need to be changed out. It's just the panel box, all what's inside it and all that kind of stuff. So
Okay.
I would just ask that you would check on that to see what you can do to go, maybe seeing how you get that changed out. But that's not something that has to happen right away. Just wanted to bring it to the board's attention. The buildings on Route 21, they're rough. I think you guys got, there's gravel up on, or soil on one side of the salt barn, helping hold the sides up. It's a very well-built building, but it's just aged out, the rust and then the building itself, you use it just for storage. You got vehicles in there, you got, you know, I'm the devil's advocate, you gotta worry about insurances on those vehicles and the condition of that building. You know, that's just something to consider is all. I left the inspection sheets here. I left them in the night box. Did you get them?
Mhm.
Okay. And then we'll just keep them in the 2024 fire and safety inspection envelope. If we can put them in there, that'd be great. Yep. The annual 1203 report that's due every year for municipalities. I don't know what happened last year. If I do it this year, it's gonna be all estimate.
Oh, I think John already took care of that.
Oh, did he?
Yes.
Okay, that'd be fine. I appreciate that. That'd
Yeah,
be
he
great.
took care of that.
All right. Does any board have any questions or anything else that might be questionable, or they might have questions about that I could look at? I think one of them properties was right next door to the fire hall on those addresses, just so you know.
Thank you.
So are the town codes enforceable regarding the maintenance and cleanup of these properties?
Well, there's town code and then there's state code.
Well, the code that needs to be used?
I use the state code because if I write a violation code under the local laws, that's a violation. If I write a violation under the state law, that's a misdemeanor. There's different teeth to it. And if you go by the property at the corner of 55, you already see that some of the stuff's been cleaned up, whether he's moving around in one pile or not, but he does. I got screamed at the other day taking pictures, but I didn't acknowledge. I just took my pictures and drove on, and it looks like he's trying to make an effort, but I just don't know how big an effort he's gonna be able to make. So there's that one. If you drive by there, maybe you'll see an improvement, maybe you may not, because it's been so bad so long. But they did put I did in my notes in my report that they put a tent up where they were building that garage. Just drive by and wait for the snowfall to collapse it. That's what I wait for. See, lights are flashing. No, Joe. So yeah, I like to do the state code, more or less, but the town has adopted the building standards and codes, so they adopted them, so the fines that the state goes back to is the fines for the municipality. Unless it's a 1203, like the 1203 that I issued on the corner of 55 and State Route 21, those fines are $1,000 a day and a year in jail for non-compliance. So I do like to work the state code, but it gives me more authority.
Does he know that?
Who?
The man on 55 and 21.
Well, they got the letter.
So that's all in
I
the letter?
issued them a 1203 notice,
Okay.
which is 30 days. Yeah, I have to put the penalty in there and the fines, because she immediately called me right up.
Okay, good.
I can talk to her, but there's no talk. It's not him. He has no authority. He's just bringing the mess in.
Mm-hmm.
It's her and her mom.
Mm-hmm.
And she's a little nervous about the notice about the year in jail and the $1,000 a day per fine or whatever. Now the town can go in and get it cleaned up and attach it to their, the bill to their taxes or however they want to do it, but that's taxpayers' money cleaning up a mess and no guarantee you get your money back.
Mm-hmm.
Unless there's something that your attorney can say, hey, well, yeah, maybe we can get our money back.
And
Because
hopefully he's not gonna do it again.
In most municipalities, if the junkyard goes in, the town cleans it up, they attach a lien on the property, which is good, but when they do that, when they go to pay their taxes, they only have to pay the portion of their taxes. They don't have to pay whatever the village or town has paid out to get the replacement cleaned up. So taxpayers will carry that until, hopefully they'll clean it up. We'll see.
What's the 30 days?
30 days is from the day I issue it. Like I'd issued that, I can't remember what day I've issued that. Their issue date was 30 days. Their final date is 28th.
What's got to be accomplished in those 30 days?
100% compliance. But if somebody's making an effort, and a huge effort, I'm willing to consider that, and I'd talk it up with the town board before I made any action. If I saw no activity and no progress, then I would issue the parents' ticket, have the state police meet me there and issue it personally and drive away, and they'd go to court, and then it's in the judge's hands. And then I give the judge the violations that they violated, the readings of the violations and the penalties. I give her a copy of all that when she gets the ticket, so that I've crossed my T's and dotted my I's. There should be no issue as far as it's all about the property owner and whether they want to be in compliance. I got one right now I've been fighting for a year and a half. It's just as bad. And so it's hard at times to get people to be compliant because a lot of people just don't come on my property and tell me what I need to do. It's the attitude they have. So as far as the property on there in the corner, I'm watching it. I go by there every week. I look at it, and they do have the 28th is the deadline. At that point, they'll be issued a ticket. And the reason it's 30 days, I'll explain that, is because that 1203 notice has to be 30 days. If I issue a 7-day notice on that 1203 notice, I have to issue another notice after that 7 days until it's 30 days. And then once it's 30 days, then I can send them to court and the violations and everything gets attached to it. And the justice system, or the judge will if the paperwork is in order for the tickets and everything, the notices, then the judge should do as the justice system should. But I can't speak for the judge or anybody else. So I just speak for the position I have at this point. But I am trying to get it cleaned up. I will not interact with him because he's no partial of the property. He's just there.
Well, thank you.
Yep. Do you need me to stay?
No.
All right. Everybody have a good evening, okay? You're welcome. Thank you.